it into a secondary or tertiary product for export. So Guyana's population is very small. We produce 10 times more than we can ever eat, or consume. So there's need for us to kind of, you can go to farms in Guyana, you'll see pumpkin farms as high as 25 feet high pumpkins, and there's nothing to do with it because it costs more to take it to the market than to sell it. So it just sits and rot. So agro-processing is very, very huge potentials in Guyana from an investment perspective, and from someone who's in professionally into agro-processing. Where is it? Yes, technology. I know my time is probably running short, so I'm going to be as quick as possible. Technology is another big area, whether it's security, whether it's building business solutions, whether it's not only in software, but there's tremendous amount of need for hardware technology in Guyana, call centers and data centers and those kind of things. Manufacturing, like I said, with the decrease in energy costs, with expanded agriculture base, with new infrastructure in place, and manufacturing is going to be a huge area in Guyana in a very short time. Tourism, Guyana is not short of its of a very diverse sort of tourism product. Much of it is ecotourism. But there's tremendous amount of water and wildlife and things that you can really capitalize on to expand tourism. Tourism is not only a hike up to Kaitour, but there's in the tourism sector there's tremendous need for hotels, resorts, training, because Guyana tourism is for all intended purposes grossly underdeveloped. It needs to be at a very competitive level. Caribbean, throughout the Caribbean, there's about 13 million tourists. Guyana gets about 50,000 a year. So that's literally nothing. So one of my role in working with Guyana is to move the tourism sector from where it is to maybe 500,000 tourists within the next 5 years. So this is a tremendous area, and this can generate as much revenue as oil is, based on our current contract with the oil companies. Housing, Guyana is expanding rapidly. There's more money. There's a lot more people coming into Guyana. There's an expectation that there'll be almost 300,000 expats in Guyana, non-Guyanese, in the next 3 years. So housing is a huge issue. Currently, right now, most of the companies that's in Guyana, they're experiencing a shortage of where to put their staff. So there's tremendous, right now as we speak, there's housing development just in every area in Guyana, and growing quite rapidly. And of course, none of this is possible without a robust banking and investment sector. Guyana's bank cannot take on the load of the investors that's coming to Guyana. There's need for investment funds. Maybe some of these things can be created so that the average person can invest in Guyana without bringing a huge company. So the entire banking investment and the banking technology also, and the mobile money, and these are all key sectors that is open for jobs, as well as investments. So as you could see, as the bubble demonstrates, the Guyana is really lifting the entire water, so to speak, so that all boat rises. It's not an oil and gas economy. Guyana is not a petro economy, and I don't think the current administration wants it to be a petro economy. We want to be a very diversified, developed country that's looking at our key advantages that we have, and to compete at the global level. And I think more and more as we speak, Guyana is becoming a pretty hefty player in the regional scheme of things, and that's propelling tremendous amount of growth also. And that's all I had to say. I know you guys are probably going to have a lot more questions. And much of what I've said is just to pique your interest and to engage with you one-on-one, and not a one-on-one, but in a Q&A. Bearing in mind that I can't give you the specifics right now. I can give you the macro direction of Guyana. The specifics we can do in a Q&A. We can talk about specifics after this. Whatever you wish, but this is my contact info. If anybody wants to get on to me, I do work with a lot of investors who go into Guyana on an ongoing basis to help them to navigate the political and regulatory space to ensure smooth landing in Guyana and profitability in one of the fastest growing economy in the region and in the world. Thank you very much. If I was fast, I'm sorry, but I try to keep this as short as possible.
Thank you so much, Salim. You've whetted everyone's appetite, and I think the Guyanese government will be very proud of your efforts. Just in case they didn't know that you were promoting them so well, you've done an excellent job of doing so. So thank you. And may I suggest? Sorry.
No, I was just saying thank you very much.
You're welcome. May I suggest that you put your contact information in the chat so that anyone who would like to reach you can do so? Absolutely,
sure.
Thank you. So we'll move on now to our second speaker, and we'll hear from Suriname now. Mr. Harry Suklal is a contractor and manufacturer of duper-duisable paints and chairman of the Association of Small and Medium Enterprises, ACMOS, in Suriname. ACMOS often acts as an advisor to the government of Suriname in the important area of local content. Since November 2021, Mr. Suklal has been acting as a member of the Socio-Economic Council of Suriname. Welcome, sir. Go ahead, you can share your screen, and can you keep your presentation to 15 minutes, please?
Yes, thank you very much.